Good morning, everyone. That was a lovely greeting, thank you. I'm delighted to welcome you to the graduation ceremony today for LD Training and the School of Technology, Business and Arts. It's lovely to have you all here. The ceremony will be starting very soon. We do understand that you may wish to use your mobile phone to take pictures or record parts of the ceremony, but we would ask that you refrain from making or taking any telephone calls. This is a special day of celebration, and we encourage you to be present and enjoy this experience and save your social media posting for later. Graduands, please help our stewards by ensuring you're in your allocated seat. At the right time in the ceremony, you'll be asked to line up row by row. Please follow the steward's guidance. Guests, we hope that you really enjoy yourselves today. Although this is a formal occasion, it is also a celebration. Please feel free to clap and cheer all of our graduating students as they receive their well-deserved awards. Celebrate everyone as they cross the stage, not just the student you have come to support today. If you have any young children with you and they become restless, please do feel free to step outside. Don't worry, you will be allowed back in for your student's big moment. A presentation photograph will be taken of each graduating student as they cross the stage, and these will be available for purchase from Marston Events in the foyer of the Waterfront building immediately after today's ceremony. The nearest toilets are located outside the back of the marquee, accessed through the doors. And while we aren't expecting any fire alarms today, if we do need to evacuate for any reason, please follow the instructions that will be given from the stage and by our stewards. You can leave using any of the marked exits. At the end of the ceremony, graduates will exit via the main entrance of the marquee, and our stewards will guide guests out where you can meet your graduate out on the waterfront to continue your celebrations. If you'd like to direct your attention to the screen, we have a short video for you. So, graduates, only one thing remains to be asked. Are you ready to graduate? Yes. Oh, I'm quite impressed with a group of this size, but let's give it one more go. Are you ready to graduate? Yes. Brilliant. If you are able, please stand for the procession.
Good morning. As Chancellor of the University of Suffolk, I warmly welcome you to this graduation ceremony for our LD training and Handbridge Institute students and those from our School of Technology, Business and Arts. Please be seated. Today is a special and joyful occasion for all of you. It's also a very special one for me, as it's my last public act as Chancellor. Having served in this role for 7 years, I'm handing over the baton, and as you'll hear later in this ceremony, you will be in excellent hands. It has been a great honour and privilege to be your first Chancellor, to engage with the brilliant staff, those of you here, those of you behind, and many not here right now. Thank you for welcoming me. It has been a wonderful time, 7 years, meeting many students, talking to them about their dissertations in particular, the fear in their eyes, the joy in their eyes, also talking to and meeting some family members and seeing how much this has meant to you all. Graduations are the pinnacle. They're the distillation of so much, and you can see that and you can feel that in these events, both joyful, tearful, as you remember all of the effort, the energy that has been put into making this happen. And now it's time for this ceremony. We need to get on with it. So it gives me great pleasure to declare this ceremony open and to hand over to the Vice-Chancellor, Jenny Hyam, to hear her welcoming address. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Helen, and welcome to everybody in this room. I think we have been blessed with a fortunate good weather, and I want to say for those of you that haven't been here before, I hope you were struck by the beauty of this location. For those of you with yellow and part of our graduation, I do hope that Suffolk, and particularly the University of Suffolk, has a special place in your heart for the rest of your lives. We are celebrating the end of some huge achievement, but also the beginning of the next journey. Before we go to those formal moments, I'm delighted to say that Helen will be greeting each of you individually and shaking your hand as you come across the stage. And I'm going to say some more formal words about her contribution. But it really is a ceremony about you as individuals and all that you've achieved. Congratulations. If I'm honest, though, I don't think that this was done alone. I think there are a huge number of people in this audience who probably had a very special role in helping getting you to that point. Supporters, families, it's not necessarily an easy gig, is it? Trying to love, cherish, put up with a bit of the bad moods, put up with the sleepless nights, and the fact that most of family life and other things are disrupted when somebody's doing something as intense and difficult as study. I applaud you and thank you so much for helping create this day, and my congratulations also extend to all of you. So, it's about a triumph. Your triumph is shown in how beautifully you're turned out and also added to by the gowns and mortars. Learning is not about finding all the answers, but knowing a better way to ask the right questions. We as a university are relatively young. We got our status confirmed only 9 years ago, and we've undergone rapid transformation. One of the reasons we are a very proud university, as you will have seen when you walk past where you had your gowns, is that we were awarded the What Uni Student Choice University of the Year Award. That is so fantastic because we competed against over 100 other universities. And most important for us is those votes came from the students themselves. We also were runners-up in teaching quality and student experience in the Times and Sunday Times recent University of the Year awards. Compared with others, we're doing tremendously well. We're not intending to stand still. We're making changes to this campus with the location of the library. We're building a new student hub, and our student union and other students have been very helpful in helping us design that facility. We have a new esports centre. We have a Bloomberg lab, which gives us access to real-time financial data and helps us develop the skills of live trading. And we're building laboratories in the building next door to welcome our pharmacy degree students in September. A university like this is clearly good at education, but universities also pursue research. We as a university want to align this research to help answer the real-life questions and problems local to us here, and then translate that knowledge to the wider national and international agenda. That is an important part of a thing that a civic university does. I'll give you a couple of examples, and there are many I could bring, but one is around digital innovation. We have a Digital Futures Institute, and two of our technology students, supervised by Professor Caldwell, developed artificial intelligence to analyse white blood cells for COVID-19 markers. This work helped them achieve an excellent degree. Our work in Digital Futures is also impacting agriculture, something very relevant to Suffolk. And we're working with local agri-tech companies to help farmers meet food traceability requirements and improve harvest predictions. Thus, rooted very much in this community, but the problem of food security is a global one. We also have great activity in business and have launched a Business Solutions Centre to show our commitment regionally and our importance. That also is highly relevant to students. We want our students to come and study for the love of study, but we're a part of life and want what happens here to translate into the economy, into great employment. We couldn't do things alone. We require on collaboration and partnership. One of those examples, in our business management students, went to a local brewery near Bacton. Humberdusi Brewery suggested a project. Our final year students were asked to design a beer or kombucha. They had to do terribly difficult research in a local bar. At Humberdusi Brewery, they learned how drinks are produced, about potential customers, how to design, market, and launch a product. As perhaps is familiar to you, there was then a pitch, and this included both academic, student union, and brewery individuals. 2 drinks won. There was a beer by Rebecca Mines called Thirst Class Honours, and a kombucha by Adele Harris called Booch Brew. So these winning drinks actually have been produced and are on sale in various student venues and at events. So, to you, you're entering the world, which is really quite fraught, complex and difficult. It certainly feels that at the moment. but I do hope that your education has equipped you with the tools to help navigate that, and that you have the courage to explore them. You will take a variety of paths now, and regardless of that, of course, remember the story is yours to write. If you can, follow those dreams. Be brave, be kind, and never stop learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. We now move to the conferment of awards to our students. This is the last of 9 autumn congregations, during which nearly 4,500 students have been eligible to receive their awards. Before proceeding, it is necessary for me to read statements of authority for the conferral of the awards that will be made today. I confirm that all eligible candidates have met the regulations and requirements of the awarding bodies and are therefore eligible for their awards. By the authority of the University of Suffolk Senate, all candidates presented at this ceremony, in person or in absentia, will be conferred or granted the degrees, diplomas and certificates to which they are entitled. I now invite Associate Professor Stuart Agnew, Director of the Centre for Academic and International Partnerships, and Dr. Will Thomas, Associate Dean of the School of Business, Arts, Social Sciences and Technology, to present the candidates for their awards.
Good morning, graduates, family, friends. On behalf of the University, LD Training, Cambridge Institute, and all of your lecturers, I would like to say how incredibly proud we are of all of our students graduating here today, and offer our heartfelt congratulations on your immense achievements. We will now move to the presentations of candidates for their awards, and I invite the Chancellor, Dr. Helen Pankhurst, to confer their awards. I have the pleasure in presenting the candidates from LD Training, Cambridge Institute, for the awards which they have qualified. From LD Training, for the Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business, Dereje Alamayehu. Marcin Benash. Hatim Ben Freji. Marianne Aline Bajescu. Misu Dimitrescu. Malgorzata Anna Dimick. Mihaela Grama. Eva Kuczynska. Anisha Loganathan. Nicolina Alexandra Lungu. Giannina McAvey. Satya Silan Narayanan. Aniswara Nicola. Maria Esther Reynoso Santana. Raja Ullah. Mirela Vasilescu. For the Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Marketing Managing, Rihanna Arshad Abbasi. Alexandra Apostle. Gina Denisa Apostle. Lucretia Brioy. Mihai Leonard Churaru. Miaitza Coleman. Ahulya Ganeshalingam. František Horvath. Karolina Kepka. Marcel Krisa. Natalia Kubiak. Nikolai Nita. Maria Nitoyu. The next candidate is also the winner of the LDT Leadership and Representation Award, Mike Chika Ogbodo. Sasithora Kamare Theranan. Jelena Srikanathan. Yogasandaram Shekharathan. Mihaela Tudaska. Edward Alexandru Bobic. Marcella Markova. No? Hambridge? From Hambridge? No. Well, please.
I have pleasure in presenting the candidates from the School of Technology, Business and Arts for the awards for which they've qualified. For the Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Management, Osagi Aboktahoma. Viorica Mihaela Berkulan. Harvey Gibson. The next candidate is also the winner of the Outstanding Achievement on Business Management Award, Georgiana Andrea Ili. Joel Tuddenham. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Management, Digital Entrepreneurship. This candidate is also the winner of the Enterprising Graduate Award, presented to the student with the most innovative business pitch in the final year enterprise project, Dexter Denny. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Management, Digital Marketing, Jack Jason Baker. Harry Cowell. Jack Genito. Adele Harris. Madeleine Paternoster Leek. Rebecca Grace Mines. The next candidate is also the winner of the highest award for the extended project in management, Larissa Adriana Podianu. Hannah Marie Ross. Master of Science in International Business and Management, Johnson Olalekan Adeladenika. Elvira Ajayi. Hamza Ali. Shazayat Ullah Bouyan. Dhananjay Dubey. Onyebuche Egbunine Brian. Suraj Gupta. Mohammed Arslan Iftikhar. Zargam Iqbal. Boluwatife Adedemola Oluwalena. Brinku. Sartak. Salina Sultana Saeed. Mohammed Tusif Uraza. Mehaban Anil Bahai Vanka. Manveer Singh. Master of Science in Strategic People Management. The first candidate is the winner of the Most Impactful Student Award, sponsored by Brave Hearts Northeast CIC. This is a student-voted award presented to the graduate who has the outstanding positive impact on the development, motivation and provision of a notable support for other students on the course. Confidence Akalonu. The next candidate is the winner of the Outstanding Achievement Award 24-25 cohort and the Most Impactful Student Award sponsored by Pop-In Pet Play. This is a student-voted award presented to the graduate who has an outstanding positive impact on the development, motivation and provision of notable support for other students on the course. Hyla Ashford. Fahima Begum. The next student is the winner of the Outstanding Achievement Award for the 23-24 cohort, Shalom Chibuezeoke. Madurueke Godfrey Ndukaku. Ayobamidele Mebude. Mohammed Ramil. Krithika Satish Urs. The final candidate is the winner of the Most Improved Student Award for the 24-25 cohort, Mohammed Oli Ullah. Suffolk Executive Master of Business Administration, Donna Uzuri Hewathanthri. Austin Hooper. Emma Jones. Evans Onweri Nyandoru. Hannah Rickard. Suffolk Executive Master of Business Administration, Integrated Care, Samantha Glover. Edward Alexandru Boboc. Marcela Morachikova. William Zode. That completes the presentations from the School of Technology, Business and Arts. Thank you, Chancellor. Congratulations to all our new graduates.
Congratulations to you all. I now have pleasure in inviting one of our new graduates, Dexter Denny, to address the congregation.
Vice-Chancellor, graduates and guests, I have the pleasure of giving the vote of thanks on behalf of the graduates from the School of Technology, Business and Arts, LD Training and Hambridge Institute here today. Today is more than just a ceremony. It's a celebration of resilience, hope and growth. As we look around this marquee, we see not only our classmates, but individuals who have each faced unique challenges and triumphed in their own ways. We have juggled studies and work and family commitments, faced moments of doubt, and yet here we are. We're stronger, wiser, and ready for whatever comes next. None of this would have been possible without the support that has surrounded us throughout this journey. To our family, partners, and friends, thank you for your patience, encouragement, and for believing in us when we questioned ourselves. To our lecturers, mentors, and placement providers, we owe you our sincere gratitude for your guidance, your wisdom, and for inspiring us to reach beyond what we thought was possible. And now to show appreciation to our parents, partners, family, friends, lecturers, and everyone along the way, could I ask the graduates to stand up? and join me in a round of applause. Thank you, and I wish you the very best for the future.
Thank you, Dexter. As our Chancellor mentioned in her opening address, today is her final graduation ceremony. I would now like to invite Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jenny Hyam, to say a few words in recognition of Dr. Helen Pankhurst's distinguished service as the first Chancellor of the University of Suffolk.
Thank you so much. Well, Helen Pankhurst CBE was chosen to be the first Vice-Chancellor in 2018. What she offered aligned extremely well with what we also wanted to achieve because of her desire for change and transformation both to individuals and communities. Helen is the great-granddaughter of Emmeline Pankhurst and the granddaughter of Sylvia Pankhurst, leaders of the British suffragette movement, whose actions left lasting change on society. Helen has followed in their footsteps and is a renowned women's rights activist and author of Deeds Not Words, the story of women's rights then and now. She established Centenary Action in 2018 to be a voice to end barriers to women's political representation. She's also an international women's rights advisor to CARE, an organisation which fights poverty and hunger, and is visiting professor at Manchester Metropolitan University. It's Helen's values to equality and diversity that have shone through her tenure as our Chancellor. As you've already heard, it was very important to her to meet many staff, students, parents, and other people associated with the university. And I know for a fact that those students that have met her and the Student Union have greatly appreciated her input. She met final year midwifery students and talked about the importance of education for women and families, and our sociology and criminology students, and inquired as their perspectives on the mechanisms for social, legal, and political change. As well as attending the university and knowing us very well, she's also been a passionate advocate for us outside, which has been absolutely superb. Wherever she's met supporters, schools, partners, community leaders, in a whole range of ways. Thank you. One particular highlight, and there are some here that were present at the time, was her open lecture about the life of her grandmother, Sylvia Pankhurst, which filled the Waterfront Lecture Theatre 2 years ago. What has been evident throughout is humility, the ability to listen, that's a very important skill, engage, and offer wise counsel. And I personally have very much enjoyed Helen's reflections and help to me in my first year in my role as the new Vice-Chancellor here, as I was back last summer. Thank you for that. So, I would like to thank you very much for your outstanding and dedication and service to the University of Suffolk, and you'll always have an important place in our history, and I know that we will keep in touch. I'm just going to sit down and offer some applause for Helen because it's more than she deserves, but I'm just going to take a moment, and I'm sure Helen won't mind me also using this moment to say thank you as well to all the staff and other members of the team who've put this ceremony on. Helen is the first to thank the team for everything that goes on behind the scenes. And so I also, in this round of applause, would like to thank the dedication and everybody who've made this such a successful ceremony. Thank you very much.
We will now move to the installation of our new Chancellor. I invite the orator, Professor Emma Bond, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research and Knowledge Exchange, to introduce him.
Thank you. Vice-Chancellor, the University of Suffolk Board has resolved that Zebedee Soames be installed as the university's Chancellor. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and especially to Zeb's family who are with us today, and friends, it is my great privilege to provide the oration for our new Chancellor, Zeb Soames. With Zeb's appointment as Chancellor, we have found not just a distinguished broadcaster, actor, and author, but someone whose story is deeply woven into the fabric of this county and whose values align perfectly with our mission as a civic university rooted here in Suffolk. Zeb grew up in Lowestoft, shaped by the Suffolk coast and the particular character of this beautiful county. In conversation, he often mentions with humorous affection that his distinctive voice is perhaps simply that happens when you spend your formative years being buffeted by these coastal gales. But there's something profound in that connection. Suffolk isn't just where Zeb is from, it is part of who he is. For those who may not be familiar with his work, Zeb Soames is one of the most recognisable voices in British broadcasting. As a newsreader for the BBC Radio 4 and the voice of the shipping forecast in the small hours, renowned for that peculiar poetic litany of Dogger, Fisher and German Bite, he is now the presenter of Relaxing Evenings on Classic FM, continuing to offer reassurance and rhythm to nighttime listeners across the nation. His voice has become synonymous with reliability, warmth, and a very special kind of understated excellence. What makes Zeb's story so compelling for us, and so relevant to you, our graduates, is that his career path was anything but predictable. He trained as an actor, looking forward to playing many different characters. But it was his own speaking voice that attracted BBC local radio, followed by national broadcasting. One door led to another, each one unplanned, but each one requiring courage to walk through it. His journey reminds us that the most fulfilling careers are often not built on rigid planning alone, but on curiosity, adaptability, and the willingness to embrace the unexpected. Zeb's passion for music and for Lowestoft inspired him to launch a community campaign to raise funds for the statue of Benjamin Britten on the Lowestoft seafront. The royal sculptor Ian Rank Broadley was commissioned to create a bronze figure of Britten as a 14-year-old boy, the age when his talent was first recognised. Zeb said that the statue is dedicated to the children of Lowestoft. It is as much about providing hope and aspiration as well as commemorating his hometown's great son. The statue will be unveiled in November by Sir John Rutter, with a commemorative song featuring music by Ben Parry and lyrics by Zeb himself, sung by local schoolchildren. In an age of noise and fragmentation, Zeb has spent his career demonstrating that clarity, authenticity, and thoughtfulness really do matter.
that how we communicate is as important as what we communicate. That listening can be as powerful as speaking. Beyond broadcasting, Zeb is an accomplished author with his Gaspard the Fox series, which has delighted children and adults alike. These books reveal another dimension to his talent, the ability to tell stories that connect us to place, to nature, and to each other, as do his performances of the former Poet Laureate Sir John Betjeman's Banana Blush collection of poems, including to a large audience at Suffolk's Cathedral in Bury St Edmunds last autumn, and he was presented with the Betjeman Society Award last year. Next month, he will be installed at the Cathedral as a lay canon for the arts, making the connection between one of the county's oldest institutions to complement his appointment today to one of its newest ones. And now, in a particularly poignant development, Zeb is returning to his first love, and indeed to the degree he himself graduated from, acting. This year, he is starring in a UK tour of 2 halves of Guinness, embodying one of Britain's greatest actors, Sir Alec Guinness. This is a deeply personal homecoming for Zeb, as he wrote a letter to Sir Alec Guinness when he was 17, and within a week, he received a neatly handwritten reply wishing him luck in his career. Decades later, Zeb brings his hero Guinness to life on stage, performing in many of the very theatres Guinness himself once knew. More than the luck Guinness wished Zeb in his letter, his journey speaks volumes about staying true to your passions even when your path may take unexpected turns. As a civic university, we believe universities have responsibilities to the places they serve, and that the knowledge should create positive change in people's lives. Zeb embodies this commitment, and throughout his career, he has championed literacy, supported arts organisations, and used his platform to celebrate culture beyond geographic boundaries. He understands that voices from all places and backgrounds matter. These are the values we share as a university, and the values we hope you will carry forward in your lives and careers. As you leave today's ceremony, we asked Zeb to choose the music for the procession, and he has chosen Classic FM's composer in residence, Debbie Wiseman's Elizabeth II's Fanfare. In accepting this role as Chancellor, Zeb has chosen to give back to the region that shaped him. He has chosen to champion a university that exists to transform lives and strengthen communities. He has chosen to stand with students, like all of you, who are finding your voices, discovering your paths, and preparing to make your contributions to the world. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you Zebedee Soames. I now invite the University Secretary, Fiona Fisk, and the Academic Registrar, Laura Penny, to assist Zebedee Soames in the assuming the robe of office.
As we do so, I would just like to formally announce that we welcome very much and are delighted, Zebedee Soames, for you to become the second Chancellor of the University of Suffolk. Thank you.
Well, welcome everybody. I've never got dressed in such a public way before. And thank you, Emma, for those extremely kind words. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, and my colleagues for the enormous honour of inviting me to be your new Chancellor. And a special thank you to Helen for being such an inspirational leader and for your generous advice to me in recent weeks. Helen Pankhurst carries forward a formidable family legacy of activism and service. And I want to say a few words about something I believe in deeply, the importance of mentors and encouragement. Don't worry, I won't waffle on for long because you'll be hearing plenty from me in the years to come. Emma, in her overly generous introduction, mentioned the statue of Benjamin Britten that I've been fundraising for in Lowestoft, and which is being unveiled on Monday, the 10th of November, so I do hope you will go and see it. Britten, if you're unfamiliar with him, was born in Lowestoft and died only 50 years ago. He became one of the great composers of the 20th century with an international reputation and was the first musician ever to be made a lord, which is not bad for a boy from Lowestoft. Like me, he loved Suffolk. In fact, he only spent 8 years of his whole life living elsewhere. Its coast, countryside, and people shaped his music. But life could have been very different for him. His father was a dentist, and it was his mother who encouraged his music making. He wrote songs for her when he was just 5 years of age. And at 14, she took him to the Norfolk and Norwich Festival, where she introduced him to a well-known composer of the day, Frank Bridge, who spotted young Ben's talent, encouraged him, and Britten's entire life was changed. We all have people in our lives who've encouraged us, people who've spurred us on, pointed us in a new direction. And as you celebrate your achievements today, I want you to think of the people who've encouraged you in your lives so far. My family are here today, and I'm lucky that they have always supported me. My father was incredibly inspiring. When I was 16, he announced over lunch that he wanted to change careers from being an accountant to following a long-held calling to be a Methodist minister. Now that meant weekends travelling away from home to study in Bristol, where he said they weren't used to a Suffolk accent and thought he was Australian. Watching him work so incredibly hard for something he was passionate about later in life, while still raising a family, was hugely inspiring. He never went to university, but now at aged 79, he has just started to study a counselling degree at this university's East Coast College in Great Yarmouth. So, Dad, I look forward to handing you your degree in a couple of years' time. Never let anyone tell you it is too late to do anything, because it never is. As you set out on your careers today or your further study, I want to encourage you to hold on to the dreams that you have, the things that excite you and make you get out of bed in the morning. It's so easy for those little flames of ambition to be snuffed out, and sometimes by just a few poorly chosen words. Listen to the voices that tell you that you can, and try to silence the inner voice that tells you that you can't. Emma mentioned my quite unconventional career path and having the courage to walk through doors when they open for me. Well, sometimes you have to encourage those doors to open for you. And on more than one occasion, I invited myself to be somewhere at a particular time just to have a conversation with someone. I remember I once got on a train all the way to Wales just to have a cup of tea with a publisher. And in this post-COVID world of Zoom meetings, I promise you, there's no substitute for meeting people in person. It's only when you're in a room with someone that completely unexpected ideas and opportunities can present themselves. The spontaneous thoughts that appear in the silences of real conversation. Now, you may have had an inspiring teacher, perhaps some of them are here, I hope they are. My most inspiring teachers all had something in common. They were quite strict, which meant that you had to work hard to win their approval. And when you did, it really meant something. Now, exactly 20 years ago, one of my drama teachers, Caroline Nidri-Webb, sadly no longer with us, gave me a book on Shakespeare as a gift when I started to work at BBC Radio 4. And in the front, she wrote, "Always remember you're really an actor." And that sentence, and particularly that word really, has quietly and quite pervasively haunted me all of these years. So next year, as Emma mentioned, I'm finally remembering that I'm an actor and returning to the stage with a one-man show about the actor who was my hero when I was growing up, Sir Alec Guinness. Now, some of you may know him as the original Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars films. Now, Boys from Lowestoft quite simply didn't write to Hollywood stars, but I did when I was 17, and just a few days later I came home from school and my father said to me, "Something's arrived for you." And there on the kitchen table was an envelope neatly handwritten by Alec Guinness himself, and inside was a card wishing me luck with my career. So now when I receive a letter, because of Alec Guinness's kindness to me, I pick up my pen and send a few encouraging words back. And Caroline's words from beyond the grave continue to make me pick up my script each morning and learn my lines. I've got 500 words to learn a week by Christmas, and I was doing them on the train this morning. So never lose sight of the things that make you happy. Work hard, and wherever possible, pay it back. Be that spark of inspiration and encouragement to someone else. It's my aim as your Chancellor to offer all the encouragement I can, and not just to you, the students, but to the staff too, as together we shape and nurture the next decade of this young and ambitious university. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. We are now approaching the end of the graduation ceremony, which will be formally closed by our new Chancellor, Zeb Soanes. Please can I ask graduates and guests to remain in their seats while the procession leaves the stage. Our stewards will then guide you accordingly.
Well, thank you all for coming and welcome me so warmly as your new Chancellor, and many congratulations again to everyone who has received an award today. I hope that as your university is proud of you, you are also proud to say that you are now a graduate of the University of Suffolk. Now, this means you become a distinguished member of a vibrant global community of 40,000 Suffolk alumni. We ask you to today continue to be the university's best ambassadors, to embody its transformational ethos, to live your values and share your experiences of the University of Suffolk with others. You can inspire our current and our future students with your career journeys and stories, and I promise you, you will always receive a warm welcome if you are ever able to visit us here in Ipswich. Please stay connected through our alumni relations and development team who are here today and will be in touch with you over the coming weeks. You will forever be a part of the Suffolk alumni community, wherever you happen to be throughout the world. So please stand and remain in your places as the stage party processes out of the auditorium. I now declare this congregation closed.